First, to discuss what I guess the paper may say Labour sex scandal. What's been going on?
Yeah, well, it is getting a little bit awkward for Keir Starmer, really, because there are three separate cases that are going on at the moment, all at various different stages. We had the Labour very senior aide to a frontbench shadow minister who quit his job last night after it emerged that this complaint had been made against him by an intern 20 years his junior. It took the Labour Party 3 years to investigate the complaint. It was dropped once, the investigation. She then complained again. They said that, yes, there was merit to her complaint.
Right.
He was asked to write a formal written apology, which he did, but it was taken no further. Anyway, in the end, there was such a furore that he felt that he had to quit, which doesn't speak very, isn't particularly indicative of good performance of Labour's internal complaints system, which was introduced only last year.
Although we reflect, I mean, Sir Keir Starmer has been speaking to reporters saying sexual harassment allegations are taken extremely seriously by his party following this report of the internal investigation. First time he's been questioned by reporters on it. Clearly, you know, he's aware of what the political damage could be on this. He
is, absolutely. And just as this drama with this senior aide was coming to an end last night, there was this new case, which you mentioned there in your opening, of a Labour frontbench shadow minister who was the subject of a complaint from another Labour MP saying that he had sexually assaulted her, and she said that she complained to the Independent Investigations Board, but was persuaded, not by them, but by other members of the party, to drop her complaint given his popularity in the party. Now, that's what Tortoise Media were reporting yesterday.
Okay.
Today, it seems that she has dropped her complaint, but again, it raises important questions about how Labour's internal complaints procedure is working. This procedure was only introduced at the beginning of this year as a result of the Watchdog's anti-Semitism report on how internal complaints have been handled in the past. And it doesn't seem like the new system is working.
No, I mean, Labour's saying it had followed the recommendations on this made by an independent panel, defending its complaints process as robust and following best practice. And, of course, we reflect Sir Keir's experience in the legal sphere. It makes it even more difficult for him.
Absolutely. It makes it really awkward for him, because what it seems has happened is that, yes, once the independence procedure is up and running, perhaps it does work as it's supposed to work, but it seems that people in the party, perhaps not officially, but behind closed doors, have been advised not to complain about certain people. In the case of this Labour MP, this shadow minister is apparently so popular in the party that she was advised not to complain. Now, of course, at the same time, we've got Nick Brown, the Labour chief whip, the longest-serving chief whip, a veteran Labour MP, who's now been suspended for 7 months over a complaint which the media are still none the wiser about. It hasn't emerged.
And I think Nick Brown at one stage himself said he was none the wiser on what was being alleged as well. And we should add that in terms of this other investigation, neither MP has been named for legal reasons. I mean, obviously there is a sensitivity about that as well.
Well, absolutely, and perhaps more details about this case will emerge, although it is possible now that they won't if the victim has genuinely chosen to drop this complaint. But one way or another, all of these stories coming at the same time is beginning to look as though Labour's internal complaints procedure isn't quite up to scratch.
And just to reflect the political damage, they were wanting to get this message out about cancer care today and how Labour would sort of address the whole issue of the delay in getting cancer care and assessment and so on. You know, that's gone out the window now. Everyone's talking about this internal row.
Absolutely. And Wes Streeting, who has been very vocal, actually, on reforming the NHS, he's taken a line which no previous Labour shadow health secretary has taken, that yes, the NHS isn't working and it does need to be reformed. And he was saying today, actually, that Labour's cancer plan would include using up some private capacity for the NHS to help clear the backlogs. Now, that's quite a radical proposal from a Labour shadow health secretary. But as you say, it isn't getting the airtime that Labour was hoping, because these sexual harassment complaints are swirling around and taking up the airtime.
I'll see what the Sunday papers, of course, make of it as well.